how do we rebrand being a sex worker, being an escort? Become your own producer, control your image, set your prices.
It's gorgeous.
I don't understand why the anti-trafficking movement doesn't see that by taking away our ability to use the internet to stay safe, sex workers are the population that is going to end up being trafficked.
It's horrifying, like, it's slaughter. So I just keep trying to create different solutions.
That's the angle.
But I always feel like when people say like, oh, she's a pimp, I'm just not gonna go out of my way to like constantly reassure people who don't like me. Like, I just don't need that type of validation.
I'm Sarah Ratchford, a journalist specializing in sex and consent. And this is Red Light, a show that explores the changing face of sex work around the world. In the US, the industry's been turned upside down by a new law known as FOSTA SESTA, which essentially makes it illegal to promote sex work online. Before the bill was signed, websites weren't liable for the content people posted advertising sex work. Now they are, and sex workers have to get creative in the face of massive restrictions on the websites they relied on. Here in LA, many are turning to a controversial woman named Lydia Dupra, who goes by the alias the Heaux Mentor. She brands herself as a business consultant who helps sex workers navigate this new legal landscape. She also has apps, books, and an online reality show.
This is the dollhouse.
I never said, hey, move to the dollhouse and we're gonna hang out all the time.
I know.
He said, move to the dollhouse and we're gonna work and make money all the time.
Kinsley has been out every single night past 3 a.m. and I just went by to say good morning to her and she's not home yet.
Do you consent to taking this drug test?
All right, go pee in the cup. Come on.
It happened when my jellyfish overdosed on cocaine.
That's the doll life for you.
Hi, thank you for coming here. Get out of the rain. Thank you for inviting us over today. I'm Lydia Dupra, and I'm the Heaux Mentor. I mentor women in the adult industry, so I help them get to wherever they're trying to go. So whether if they're trying to get into porn, start a business, raise their rate as a provider or companion, whatever it is, I help them get there. So basically, I'm like a branding strategist with like emotional support.
You know what I mean?
So many escort websites, they look exactly the same.
I know, and I don't want that, And also, if we're, trying to be subversive.
Lydia's an all-around businesswoman, and part of her daily ritual is waking up at the crack of dawn to call her clients all around the world.
And I want to do virtual reality 360. I want them to be able to pan the room and see you in every room, and then boom, there's your $2,000 an hour.
Yeah, I would love to. I think that's a great idea.
Everything is just a strategy. I want to be incorporated in your life every single day, whether if it's me personally or my products. Let's nail down 10 bomb photos. We have the name, we have the backstory. I'll write a bio.
Yes, okay, fair enough. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye-bye.
So I mentor women all over the world, and then, of course, there's some that live in my house, too.
What's that?
We need a fan for the hair. So let's see, we gotta tilt it like this. I just need to see.
Oh, that looks nice. That's like the perfect amount.
Lydia is heavily involved in the lives of all of her mentees in the house as she helps them market themselves to clients.
Okay, so you know that the painting, it was painted by the millionaire. And now you're looking at it like, wait a minute, I'm worth more than this painting. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Just, that is the look. The goal of the house is to always be a constant flow of positive energy and support and learning and personal growth. Don't stick your tongue out. I don't want to see that.
So what about the girls who live here? Do they pay you to live here?
Yeah.
But they sign the contract with the rent?
Yes, it's a 10-page contract, and rent is from $700 to $1,100.
What's funny is it actually works.
Oh, beautiful.
Go ahead and relax.
In order for people to come and live in this house with you, at what stage in their career do they need to be? What are those criteria?
You have to have an established career and an established sense of self. Like, this is by no means any type of halfway house, not a babysitter. It's not like I've never turned anyone away in a capacity where they couldn't get the information. Like, I've never like banned a customer from buying books or something. Yeah, so I think that's why I don't feel too bad. 'Cause I'm like, you'll be fine anyway. I'll mentor you and help you find a place to live, just not here.
Okay, gold dress. Good job. It looks amazing. Gold dress.
Gold dress, gold dress. I already have the shoes. So this is the nighttime, nightclub, cocktail, yacht party after dusk. I pick all the wardrobe, style.
So that's like product.
Fluff, fuss, choose hair, choose makeup, choose shoes, accessories, everything. They're dolls, they're my Lydia dolls.
Oh, did you want to help too?
This is money.
It's money. My Frenchies.
What is it that we're really out to do here?
I'm just out to rebrand and just be different, like from what I came from. Right. And so like this is like a new journey for me. Because I didn't have anybody, like literally anybody. So she has been a really big help to me. I talk to her every day.
Every day.
Do you think you would like maybe move in? Like, would you consider ever doing that?
I love LA. I want to move here. Like, it's a fun house. I'm with girls that are like me, so yeah.
I think a big burning question that a lot of people would have is they would see someone who has as much knowledge and experience as you have, and they would see newer workers coming into the industry and coming to you for that guidance. And they would kind of see you and say, like, is this a madam? Like, what's going on?
People recognize mentorship in other industries. Like, a lot of people say, oh, I'm successful because I had a coach or I had a mentor, and thank God for this mentor. But because it's the sex industry and it's like, I'm this mysterious young woman, like, how could I possibly want to help other women? Like, it's like so sexist, and so it's just so frustrating because it's just like the total opposite. But I mean, fuck them, right? Like.
I got to know Sophia, one of Lydia's in-person mentees and a grad student who's planning to support herself through sex work. She let me in on a call with one of her clients.
Hi, this is Sophia calling you back.
And told me how Lydia helps her navigate this new world under FOSTA SESTA.
Yeah, you sound really nice. Yeah, you sound super sweet. I would love to meet you.
Tell us a bit about Lydia. Like, what's she been doing? Like, how has she been helping you and mentoring you?
When I didn't know anyone in the sex worker community, and I was working for an agency like 9 months ago. It was really horrible working conditions, and like I don't want to have to like hide certain parts of myself, which my former like agency was having me do. And then she was able to take these qualities about me and like really bring them out that were part of my queer identity and other identities too.
Right.
So everything I'm doing, including like this branding and all my other jobs, are really centralized around grad school. It's my big goal for doing this, and her adaptability is like a really key characteristics because each girl is so different, and she's able to not just like put me in this like stereotypical place. She's able to see where I want to go in my academic career, and then she's able to like incorporate things like that into my branding. So this was a site that I developed with Lydia. There's that. Yeah, we figured out I would look really good in like a beige white.
Yeah, you do.
So we started focusing on that and like the cream.
How are you needing to change this whole portrayal of yourself online in the face of FOSTA SESTA?
It's been a lot of rebranding of like turning it into a photo shoot and booking for photo shoots. So a lot of it is being really careful with language, and yeah. Everyone had to go in really quickly and just change their whole website around. I think everyone in the industry kind of has this extra edge of uneasiness. Like at any point something could go bad, and I think when you have such a high risk coming in, like it just makes the whole situation more stressful. But I think also that anyone who's a sex worker is also extremely clever, and I think kind of already have all these alternatives.
Keep your legs more in.
Sometimes business and politics collide in the house, especially now. Lydia invited me to watch her in action during a one-on-one rebranding session with sex worker and activist Susie Q.
You have the fur on there? Is that bad? I'm not opposed to it. Definitely get some shots, but I don't want it to look showgirl-like.
Yes, you're right.
You're so smart.
What drove you to shoot with Lydia today?
God, I mean, as soon as I saw Lydia, our first meeting, she was like, I don't care about politics. I care about money, and I'm like, I'm trying to be president in 10 years. Cool.
Everyone expects me to be politically active, which is just like a lot of pressure
It's hard
for a businesswoman.
So I help her with that side, she helps me with this side. Like,
Nice.
it works out really
Yeah.
well.
When I first met Susie, she's like, we're gonna be friends.
Oh yeah.
And I was just like,
My name is Susie Q, and I am a sex worker. I'm also a writer and kind of a politician, but from an activist and advocacy space.
you're waiting for him to come to the
So
door.
we're in the midst of a rebranding.
Well, she's still learning who Portia is, and honestly, up until last night, we were still conflicted.
So Portia is Susie's persona because Susie is basically a political figure now, and that's just not that hot, honestly.
Remember, Portia, not pinup.
I've been Susie for like 7-8 years now. So in terms of like branding and making money in the adult industry, like I need some help there. I need Lydia's superpowers and she needs mine because she's not super into the political side of stuff, but she has to. I mean, you can't not be right now.
What have you guys been working on?
I mean, the SESTA stuff has been huge. Between she and I, you know, I'm on the conference calls, getting the briefings from people, and we're collaborating and getting that information out to the people that really need it.
While the sex worker community is scrambling to find a solution to these new restrictions, much of the general public isn't even aware of what's going on. I needed to learn more about what FOSTA SESTA was supposed to do and what it actually does in practice to better understand how the bill has been affecting people like Lydia and her dolls.
What is FOSTA SESTA exactly?
FOSTA SESTA is supposed to be a measure to reduce human trafficking of particularly young people into the sex industry against their will. What it does is make it potentially illegal for anyone to be communicating online about anything related to sex work, which is really dangerous for the participants in the industry. It is hard to see how FOSTA would actually be helpful to people experiencing trafficking. It's a basic problem with laws criminalizing sex work that when people are being exploited, the criminal laws combined with the social stigma make it very difficult to reach out and seek help. So to me, this just seems like furthering that stigma and further complicating the process of trying to get help.
I don't understand why the anti-trafficking movement doesn't see that sex workers, runaways, you know, the queer community, the trans community, people living with HIV, like, that's who you're killing. And like, for me, sitting in a place of privilege, I can be like, okay, I'm gonna rebrand, I'm gonna utilize these things. But I think the people who are gonna be hit hardest by this is POC women of color, trans women. And that's why taking away our ability to use the internet to stay safe is so vile, because it's all we have. It's the only tool that we have. Time, space, and scrutiny, that's it. And each other.
So in the face of these new laws, I know that you've been sort of acquiring more mentees and really reaching out to help a lot of people. Like, I know it's been a really intense time.
Yeah.
How is your business changing?
By the minute, truly by the minute. I mean, I have the largest influx of new mentees and people asking for direction, but also have had the most restrictions I've ever had on the company. And it's crazy because it's like I'm trying to help people, but if what I'm doing could compromise, you know, my own like legality of it, it's really terrifying. But honestly, I wouldn't stop doing it.
Why wouldn't you?
It's just the right thing to do. You just have to help people. I think I would get sent to like a really nice jail. I'm pretty sure I could get, and like, I bet I could meet some new clients in there if they put me in like a really nice white collar one. It depends how you spin it.
Do you think this one looks cute? Are you? Oh yes, yes. You want me to zip you up? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, this is the one.
So everyone's getting ready for this party. They're going to this party that's run by a bunch of porn stars, and so it's just kind of a little hectic. Everyone's getting ready, and they're looking forward to meeting some connections in the porn industry today.
I'll bring her some shoes. And I feel like
So what's the significance of this party in terms of like the gathering aspect for you, right? Like in the light of these laws, especially FOSTA, SESTA. Do you think that this kind of like in-person gathering will happen more in this community, in the sex industry?
I don't know. It's really hard to change people.
Right. What do you think are the implications of that kind of divide? Do you think that can cause like potential harm in the community or like?
I don't know. I don't like these questions. Honestly, this makes me really uncomfortable. I just know I'm gonna get raked over the coals no matter what I say. So I'm just like very nervous about it. I'm sorry, I'm having anxiety.
That's okay. I understand what that's like.
Everyone's future is like really compromised. But we're trying everything that we can. And now it's really like life and death. I feel like I have such a responsibility to people. And I just don't want to let them down.
No.
So we're trying. So it's like, okay, girls, like get in porn, let's webcam, like let's make a YouTube show, get ad revenue, like let's give you all modeling careers. Like I'm trying so hard to like at least save the girls that live with me. So I'm sorry for being emotional. I feel like I haven't really confronted my feelings about it at all. When there's such an urgency, it's like you don't have time to feel it. And I also have like all this guilt associated because I know no matter what, it's not gonna affect me as a person. So it's like my business is doing great because of it. And I feel guilty about that too. Since everyone's panicking, people are buying my books, they're buying my videos, and I'm just like, I feel guilty about this. Kinsley, why aren't you in a dress?
Cause Kendall don't have nothing to wear. So
Get in a dress. Tell Kendall to get dressed. There's a pink dress in her room. There's dresses on the couch. We have to go.
what time is it then?
We're supposed to be going now.
Oh.
Kinsley, get dressed.
Okay.
Right.
I'm gonna see if it fits.
If not, we have a red leatherette one. And then just like that, I'm fine.
For sure. Do you guys go out together often? Like, do you go out partying together?
We don't really like party, but we definitely do outings where we get to like connect and build like a stronger relationship and everything, which is pretty cool. It's good to like bond. It's not common that you have someone to talk to within the industry. A lot of people are alone. They feel like everyone's in competition. Then it's always good to have a shoulder to cry on, someone to rub your shoulder and be like, it's okay, I'm here for you. So yeah, I truly love it.
You ready? Where the dogs head count 1, 2, they're fine.
Have fun, guys.
Thank you. There.
After spending so much time in Lydia's home with her and her dolls, and looking at how they're changing their business in response to FOSTA SESTA, I came to learn how much Lydia truly cares about her clients. These women she calls her dolls are her life, and even though Lydia might be a bit non-traditional and definitely controversial, she's a vital part in every one of her girls' lives and in the survival in this industry now. But even though she's working so hard to help women in the industry, not a lot of sex workers have this opportunity for mentorship, and that's scary.
Personally, what really gets me with working with sex workers is just the strength and spirit of their community. So time after time, no matter what obstacles come into play, sex workers are a group of people who will unite together and fight the dangers that they face on the daily.